I think it's pretty safe to say by now that, I'm a student nurse, and you can do some little information. I'm currently doing a 3-year BSc Honours degree in Adult Nursing Studies at the University of Surrey, and they have a faculty there for nursing school, which is one of the best in the United Kingdom, so I feel quite privileged to have been accepted there. It's a 3-year course, and I'm currently coming to the end of my 2nd year, so next year I'll be in my senior year, and I'll be graduating at the end of July 2010. So let it roll. I chose nursing, and this is going to sound very cliche, but the reason why I want to become a nurse is because I just want to make an impact, and I think that's true in everybody's life. There's always going to be a passion within you, whether it's education, finance, politics, there's so many, but I really feel like health is mine. And I think, other than the playground, the doctor's surgery is like my favourite place growing up. I loved it when people were ill. Insane child. And health is just an area I think I strongly relate to. Nursing is not dull, it is not boring, and you meet so many people, and I just find that incredible. And just the whole idea of being qualified brings a smile to my face, and it's so exciting. And I remember Stephanie once saying, it's so easy to say you want to be a nurse because it's rewarding, you're helping people, and that is true, and I like to think that in everybody's life that happens, but to relate it into such, I think, a professional field is amazing. And I just want to make a profound impact that is just changeable, and I think that's amazing, I really do. Is it different to what I expected? Yes and no. I expect it to be hard, and I expect it to be tiring and long hours. I didn't go into the course blind, but one of the things I didn't expect was how easy and like how comfortable I kind of went into the role when I started my clinicals. I remember when all my friends said, I've done my injections, I've done these enemas, and I was just like, the idea was like, oh, I can't do that. Can't do that. And then as soon as someone asked me, Rebecca, we're going to go do this now, it's like, yep, I've done injections, thousands of them before, but it was like my first one, and I didn't expect how incredibly easy I'd be able to pick things up. And because you think of nursing as this really like thing, but it's just the really little and often things that I've really enjoyed, and I didn't expect how much fun I'd find in the little things, because you just think of the bigger things really. But yeah, it's definitely been like a yes or no sort of question. One answer, yes. 2 years ago I wanted to be a community girl or midwifery. They were kind of like the two kind of areas I wanted to go into. 2 years later, I'm high up there on the critical list. I love my critical care. I absolutely love pain management, airway ventilation, which I never thought I, in a million years, have the guts to think, oh, could I do that? But now, because you learn so many new skills, you kind of want to develop them to higher levels. And I don't think I've met a student nurse who wanted to do what they thought they wanted to do at the beginning, to what they do now. And I encourage change in what you want to do, because you need to get an insight. At the moment, I still got 1 year left, but theatres and recovery are kind of like the areas I'm veering towards, because it's got your pain management and your airway ventilation in it. And yeah, without a doubt, my idea of nursing has changed considerably. My favourite thing about nursing are the skills that you learn. I love just learning new things. Nursing is lifelong learning. You're never going to get bored, and I think that's really encouraging to know actually. I also love meeting new people. I never come away from a shift, but I don't really feel lucky to be alive or to be in the health that I am. I find it so endearing listening to people's life stories and getting to know them. There's so much more than just an illness or an ailment. Yeah, I love that about nursing. The hardest thing I find are the hours you have to put in. Sometimes I just feel like I'm doing this 37.5-hour week, getting poorly paid, grossly overworked, even though it's worth it completely, and it's exhausting, and I find it a real struggle to deal with the exhaustion. I also find it quite hard not to become emotionally attached. especially when you've looked after someone for quite a long time and it doesn't have the outcome that you quite wanted, that's tough. But you will learn different ways of coping. It's just the nature of the game, unfortunately. I don't know how other countries are assessed really. I've seen it through the blogs of the other student nurses. I've seen roughly, maybe I think it's the same, but over here in the UK you're assessed 2 months in practice and then 2 months at university doing lectures and presentations, etc. When you're out in practice, it's actually quite difficult. You're given like work booklets. I know at the moment I'm doing a module called acute care, so we have like all these different workbooks to fill out. This is my cardiac workbook. I haven't actually started that yet. And then at the end of each placement we have like a big portfolio, and this is just half of one. Like, woo! This is like my very first portfolio I did, and basically you just have to get all these competencies signed off. Can't actually open it at the moment, there's paper glue, that's why. Just all these competencies to get signed off, hours to get signed off, night shift to get signed off. You don't just go in and learn anything. Obviously you do, but you have set things, and if you don't meet them then you're in trouble. But it's a good way to keep it very well structured. Over here we have lots of exams, but there tend to be mini ones that add up to one big final grade in the year, over the whole 3 years. So that's it. When the going gets tough, you've just got to keep on going, and that may sound really silly to say, but it's completely true. I know over the past 2 years I'd hit many dips where I just don't want to be a nurse. I don't want to do this anymore because it's just so frustrating. As much as I love it, it annoys the hell out of me. But I think during those kind of like those dark moments, I kind of realised that there is a bigger support system out there than you realise, and don't be afraid to rely on other people to get you through it. It's so easy to forget that. My other piece of advice is there's so much more to being a student nurse. I think it's so easy to get in the regime of, you know, wake up, go to your shift or go to university, do your work, get home, do your work, sleep. I think that's my biggest piece of advice actually, is not to forget who you are. You have a social life, you have a personal life, and I know that without a doubt starting this blog has helped me brilliantly in more ways than one, and there's always people out there. So my biggest advice is, even when times are good and when there's bad, always rely on your support system, because at the end of the day they're going to be there at your graduation, just so proud of you. And I know I can't wait there, because in a year's time I'll be doing that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you later, bye.